Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are joining us from today. Thank you for taking the time to be here today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday and week so far. Just to make sure that people can see and hear us, I would love to start off these events by asking the chat to let us know where you are joining us from today. Maybe you'll find somebody in your area who also uses our tools, and that way you'll be able to connect. I can see that somebody's already loving the intro. Hope that means that they can see and hear us. While you guys are letting us know in the chat if you can see and hear us, I just want to let you know that we have a really awesome workshop planned for you today, and we're going to be diving into that in just a couple of moments. But in case this is the first time you're joining one of our digital events, I want to welcome you. We hold our webinars, workshops, roundtables, and conferences to share some insightful and actionable information with the SEO community, help you make the most of our tools, and hopefully give you some takeaways that will help you increase the traffic to your website. All right, I'm going to take a look at the chat again just to make sure everything is good. Oh, I see people from all over the world. Wow. I don't even know where to start. Just from all over: UK, Belgium, Colorado, Italy, the Netherlands, Austria. Oh, this is great. This is great. From all over the world. That means that we are good to go. All right, so let me do the couple of slides and just let you guys know that my name is Andrew, and I'm part of the content marketing team over at Ranking. And today I'm going to be the host of today's event, and I'm joined by Mike Korinugin, our director of product. I'm really excited about Mike sharing about our developments today. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, thank you for the intro, Andrew. And really excited to talk and to work with you guys. Such a diverse audience. Thank you for joining. Happy to continue.
Great. So let me say a couple of more words about today's event before we jump into the presentation. So we're going to be focusing on strategic visibility in AI to see where your brand stands using our tool, brand new tool, SC Visible. So nowadays, visibility isn't just where do we rank on Google, right? People increasingly get answers inside AI summaries, and this reduces link clicks. People end up searching on social, and they use AI answers engines directly. I have a couple of stats written down in case you don't know what's happening. When an AI summary appears in Google results, users click a classic result only 8% of the time versus 15 when there's no AI summary, and that is a double drop in clicks. Meanwhile, AI answer engines have already become a real channel, with Perplexity reporting around 22 million monthly active users and approximately 780 million queries per month this year. And even Discovery is shifting to social, with 1 in 5 Americans now regularly getting news on TikTok, and 55% of TikTok users saying they get their news specifically on this platform. That's why we at Ranking have been expanding and growing to meet the rising needs of marketers. We've done some pretty exciting stuff over the past couple of months, and today we are thrilled to show you some of the things that we've built. Now, let's move on to the agenda. So we're gradually moving on. So we're going to be talking about how you can be visible in AI search. We'll be showcasing our standalone tool, which I mentioned a bit earlier, for strategic brand monitoring in AI search, and we call this tool SE Visible. Plus, we have a couple of other tools integrated into the Ranking platform that have AI capabilities, and one of them empowers you. So the first tool empowers you to research your competitors in AI, and the second one allows you to stay on top of the results. And I realize that this is a lot of information at this point, but I just wanted to give you sort of a picture of what's going to be happening at today's event. All right, so this is going to be happening in today's event. The presentation is going to last about 35 minutes. If you have any questions, throw them into the chat, and we'll do our best to address them in the moment. If not, we will have a dedicated Q&A, so we will surely address all your questions there. And you don't need to write down anything. We're going to send you the replay, and you can just right now just soak it all in, and I'll be keeping my eye on the chat. And in case you guys want to interact with us, go ahead and do that via the chat. All right, that about covers the introduction and the house cleaning part. But before I give the floor to our director of product, Mike, there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about, specifically the first point in the agenda. So the growing family of tools. So over the past, I would say 3 months, half a year, Ranking has grown outside of the platform that we all know and love, because it just wasn't able to fit everything that we have planned. For example, one of the tools that we are going to be presenting today is SE Visible, specifically just designed to help you benchmark and monitor your presence in AI visibility. We also partnered up with Plannable, a social media platform for content planning, scheduling, approvals. And we also have a data product rolling out soon, and we'll let you know all the details when the time comes. All right, so just wanted to give you a bit of an idea that we are growing as a company to provide marketers with modern tools for modern needs. All right, without further ado, the floor is finally yours, Mike. I'm going to be in the chat. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew, and I hope guys you're still with us, you're still listening. I'm going to kick it off with, before we dive into the actual product, I'm just going to quickly kick it off with some of the stats that our team has collected so far by diving deep into how Google's AI overviews, AI mode, and ChatGPT behave. And maybe a lot of you are still wondering, like, if you want to invest into AI search, and if you look at just the organic traffic, you probably will think, hey, it doesn't even matter right now to think about AI search, because all of the organic is still Google's. It dropped by 1.75% over the last 2 years, but Google is still huge. It's the monopolist with over 93% of all the organic traffic share. But I guess what the slide is missing, and what a lot of us are missing, is that most searches happening in ChatGPT and AI mode and others don't lead to clicks. And here, the organic traffic no longer really tells the full story. So to help you understand what will tell us the full story, let's look at the search per day statistics. And yes, Google is still incredibly big here, but if we combine all the AI chats here, they would represent roughly 20% of all the queries happening in the world right now, every day. And even if we say that roughly 50% of those AI chat queries are actually search related, or actually questions, AI chats would still represent more than 10% of all queries happening in the world, which is a lot. And to top it off, obviously, there's another trend that we've been noticing over the last 5 to 10 years, I guess, is that the share of social media traffic has been growing steadily. And in the world right now, it accounts for roughly 10% of all the traffic. And obviously, social is not replacing organic search at all. And AI traffic, as you can see, it represents some abysmal number of just 0.18%, although it differs from country to country. And the thing is that Google is trying to protect itself from users searching just on social. We know that a lot of people right now, they go first to YouTube, to TikTok, and they don't go to Google first. That's why Google, as well as other LLMs, they try to cite user-generated content frequently. And here on the slide, you can see that Google's organic will show some social media site for 50% of all the queries. So every other query will have some social result. AI overviews are not as good at citing social. They're at about 20%, and AI mode is somewhere in the middle with about 35%. So the reason what I'm trying to tell you guys here is that, first ChatGPT. ChatGPT in the same boat. They're also citing social very frequently, and both Google and ChatGPT, they really favor YouTube and Reddit as the biggest social platforms, as rather their most cited social platforms. But what I'm leading here to is that right now the search has changed really. In the past, we had this luxury of just relying on Google, and if we were selling something, the only thing that we had to do is to make sure that our website comes out on top for whatever query we were interested in, and we'd be golden, right? We'd be getting those precious clicks. Right now, it's no longer the case because users rely on multiple different systems at a time. They would search in social, in YouTube and TikTok, on X. They would use LLMs to understand what kind of product to search for. They would also complement that with traditional search, and sometimes go as far as just rely on AI agents. And that is why we've created this new tool, the SE Visible. The reason we created it is that we wanted to bring this kind of strategic clarity for you with regards to how visible your brand is in AI. Because as we've just discovered, AI chats could represent up to or more than 10% of all the queries happening daily in the world. And so without much further ado, let's just dive into the actual demo. Let me share my screen right now. which I've actually failed to do in advance. All right, I'm sharing. I hope you guys can see the screen. And so let me just quickly take a look at, let's just quickly take a look at the project here. This is the dashboard of SC Visible, and this is your command center. This is where you get your full overview of your brand's AI visibility across different engines. Right now, ChatGPT and Google AI Mode are the two that we have and we support, but we're adding Gemini and Perplexity in the next 2 to 3 weeks probably. And sorry. So what with these search engines available here, you can also dive deeper and to see your visibility per topic. Right, right now we're looking at PandaDoc as a brand. So let's just look at the sales proposal software, for example, and yeah, they're obviously coming out as number one. And here you can obviously also compare different date ranges. I can extend it into the past. I can look at just myself. I can see what my competitors are, what their visibility is, relative visibility within this topic that I've selected. I can also, of course, export this content to slice and dice it in my favorite sheets or Airtable or whatever you prefer. And something that's new for you, if you're just using S ranking, is net sentiment. Net sentiment over here is your tool to understand the narrative of how AI is talking about your solution, about your brand, about your product. Here, what we're seeing is that we've got mostly positive mentions. What we do here is we look at the actual AI responses. We take the content around the brand mention, and we are trying to understand how positive, negative, or neutral it is, to then combine it into an NPS-like score to tell you essentially how likely AI is to recommend you in a positive light or in a negative light. Surprisingly, there are actually products that would go negative. I'm not going to name any names, but you can probably think of some on your own. There are a few other things that are worth mentioning here on the screen. We're also working on adding top sources here. This section is actually coming out next week. We didn't make it available on time for this workshop, but what it will let you see is that we'll let you see what are the sources that AI prefers in your topic, and they vary by topic a lot. So obviously, we've just looked at, hey, YouTube is big, Reddit is big, but depending on the topic, it could be LinkedIn, it could be your competitor that they prefer as a source, or it could be a few listicles that you can go and work with and see if they can mention use for you to come out on top. And this section is going to enable you to go and work on your brand presence in a way that will enable higher visibility in AI search. Now, let me quickly stop for a moment here and see if there are any questions pop-ups for me to cover anything.
Yeah.
Can you filter by country?
Yeah, I just wanted to address that. So we have a couple of questions coming in. The first one is being, can you filter by country? Let me just bring it up on the screen.
Yeah, so filtering by country, right now, we support, our projects are uni-region, right? So they're focused on a single region. And right now we support just 2 regions, which are United States and United Kingdom. Actually, let me just quickly guide you through the project creation. We're actually working on adding France, Germany, Netherlands, and Spain, and they are coming in November this year. So we're gonna be able to provide you the topics and prompts that are that'll be in French, in German, in Dutch, or in Spanish. So let's take a look again at that same brand, I guess. So what happens is, like, you type in your brand, you type in the website, you pick a region, and right now it's just one, as I said. But once we add more regions, we're also going to make it so you can pick multiple regions at the same time, and you'll be able to look at your AI presence in multiple regions at the same time and in multiple languages at the same time, and filter down into particular regions when you want to do so. And by default, we'll suggest you a few what we call niches, a few industries, and within those industries, we would find the topics that would be relevant to your business. So, like in this case for PandaDoc, that'd be like contract management, proposal software, e-signature. I can also go ahead and type in my own topics, like let's do something like AI document automation. I'm not sure if it's going to favor Pandadoc at all, but we'll see. Let me just remove a few so we can get to results quicker. We'll just keep 2. We keep the number of topics to a minimum of 2, so that you can get some meaningful results. And for each topic, we're going to generate roughly 5 to 20 different prompts. Typically, oh yeah, now it says that I've reached my brand limit. So typically it would take like a minute for us to generate and find the prompts. So here we're doing a combination of using our database and synthesizing the prompts using AI. And if we go into the original project and go into the prompts, here's how it would look like. Again, I can filter by topic to just narrow down into what would be the prompts in this topic. Yeah, in this project, I've actually removed quite a few to make it more lightweight. But what it will do is it will find the prompts that people are typically asking in this topic. And we're actually working on a huge database on our own research database and the knowledge tree of different topics that people are talking about and matching the prompts to them so it's easier for you to work with them. You can obviously add your own custom prompts whenever you want. You can pick a niche that you want to add it to. You can pick the topic or add your own topic to, and then type in the prompt. What's going to happen in that case, let me just say it's going to be, I don't know, let's say proposal software. And I'm going to, since I'm already on the topic of AI, I'm just going to say, hey, best software for proposal generation with AI. And so when I'll have something like this, I can add a prompt and it's going to appear here immediately, but in the top right, it would tell me when the next check is. And so I can remove and add prompts right now as I wish. And we will only update the results in 3 days. So we do the checks once per week, and every week we would take every prompt and we run it through all the AI engines at least 3 times, so that we make sure that the volatility is not as significant of a factor, because AI chats are not deterministic and they would return different results on different days or even within the same 5 seconds if you type that in 3 times in a row. So let me quickly check if there are any more questions.
Yeah, there are loads of questions piling up. Yeah, let's just start going from top to bottom.
Yeah, we can spend another 5 minutes just addressing some of the questions through the tool, and then we'll talk about what's available in SE ranking itself for AI search, and then we'll do a bigger Q&A until the very end of the workshop for as long as you guys are willing to stay.
All right, so you want to take a couple of questions now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so another question from Josephine is, hey guys, how does SE Visible tell apart brands with shared names like Apple, fruit versus company, and is there any way to manage entity rules at scale?
Great, yeah, that's a great question. Right now, actually, I wanted to add, so right now, what we do is we focus on just the name, so it's a basic system. We're working on actual proper entity recognition, meaning that if the text just says Apple, to understand if it's a fruit or the brand name. Right now, we don't do that, but the way we protect you from this is by picking the prompts that actually return brand names. So in this case, we would pick the prompts that would not return things that would not make sense. We're also working on right now adding here and in AI search solutions within SE ranking a way to track variations of brand name, so you can widen your tracking, and on the entity recognition to understand from the context, from semantics, when it's an Apple the fruit or Apple the company.
All right, thank you. Another question, let's see. Yeah, I see a question like I understand we should have started off generally by saying the availability of the tool, because this is a question that's coming before we even got to it. We actually have a slide that we wanted to kind of just quickly show the slide. So this is a summary of SE Visible, and we also have another slide. Sorry, I'm just jumping ahead, just a bit ahead, just to show you the AI search toolkit. So this AI search toolkit allows you to have access to AI results tracker, which we'll get to soon, AI research within SERank, and these both things are within SERank. And plus, if you get the AI search toolkit add-on, you'll be able to access SE Visible. Plus, you'll have more prompts for tracking, for AI tracking, and I think you only get access to AI research if you get the add-on. So this is how we packaged our tools. Yeah, Mike just wanted to sort of jump in at this point and say that the pricing is tied to the AI search add-on, which includes the two tools within SE ranking. So it's AI research and AI results tracker, plus a standalone tool for top-level brand monitoring. So this was specifically designed for leaders, for seniors at companies who need to have an understanding of what is happening to their brands, but you can optimize your processes using SE ranking. So these are two different tools, and they're basically designed for the executioner and for the decision makers. So right now we're looking at not right now, because I'm switching. Let me go back to Mike. Can you switch on your presentation again? Yeah. So, we're still with the PowerPoint. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to just go back to the platform. Yeah. So this is how we package these tools. I mean, there are loads of reasons. We could go into reasons why, but this is the ultimate way we are packaging our tools and services within SE ranking and the ecosystem of tools that we are right now building and expanding.
Yeah, I also wanted to quickly answer. There are a few questions like, how does the tool grab the brand mentions? So the way it works is we would actually open the interfaces of these solutions, and we grab what the users would see. So it's not the API polling; it's actual chat. The reason we do it this way is because if you go the API route, what would happen is we would have to decide when to trigger search and when not to trigger search. For example, for solutions like ChatGPT and Gemini, which don't always augment the model's responses with search results. And because of that, we go the route of actually presenting you with the results that users would actually see if they type in the query into the AI chat. And so once we've done that, once we've gathered the actual response from the system, we would analyze the content to find different brands that are mentioned there. We would extract them. We would also extract the content that's associated with this brand, all the links, and we'll aggregate it in a way that you're seeing on the screen right now.
I already see a couple of really good questions that I think we should take at this time. Is it possible to integrate SE ranking with SE Visible so that we don't have to create one more project?
Oh, that's a tough one. You're making me feel the pain of the decision making that we had to go through. So what we did here is this solution is essentially standalone. We are looking to, in the future, over the next 6 months or so, to integrate them, but right now they are independent. And so what you can do is, if you want to track the same prompts in both SE Visible and SE Ranking, you can just export all the prompts from SE Visible and put them into SE Ranking using this export button. And see, I've already downloaded all of my prompts. So that's the only way right now. That's the only integration right now. At the moment, we're focusing on core functionality here, and this tool is meant for you to understand where directionally you want to go. And yeah, the execution piece is in SE Ranking, but right now there's just even no need for the deep integration, but we'll have the lightweight integration soon with regards to things like website audit capabilities, plannables, like social campaigns that are running, and highlighting what's been working for you or not on a very high level.
Great. Rachel is asking, do we have to input specific prompts, or does the tool help us understand the prompts that users are creating themselves?
Yeah. So when you create your project or your brand, we would. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me just first delete that one that I've just created. And when you first create your brand, what would happen is, I don't know. Let's go with something that everybody would know. let's just say it's gmail.com. I'm actually curious myself what the system would return. That's probably going to be complete gibberish because I don't know what would make sense here. But oh yeah, actually the results do make sense. So we would find the topics that make sense for you, so you don't have to do a lot of the finding here and the research here. We're trying to simplify this step. Obviously, if you don't like something or if you feel like it's less relevant, you can just unclick it, untick it, and it's going to be. And we're not going to put in the prompts for these topics into the system. Or if you want to add your own, you would add that. And for each topic, we would pick 5 to 20 prompts, depending on the topic, that seem to be most relevant to your business. So we'll do this for you.
Great. Thank you. And another question is, could we have an example? So yeah, another way to break down SE ranking to separate it from SE visible. So could we have an example of which kind of decisions we as a business are going to be able to make now that we have access to these insights?
Well, that's a very good question. So right now, as you can see, the solution does not nudge you directly, but that's the next step towards the decisions. But essentially, once you see the sources here, when you see the sentiment per topic, the kinds of things that you'll be able to do is you look at you analyze individual topics and you see which the sentiment might not be as high as you want it to be, or were one of your competitive brands visibility is much higher. Like if I look into, I don't know, let's say the proposal software is probably going to be very strong, but let's say e-signature. In e-signature, hey, my brand is number 7, but then the sentiment is really high. So this is good for me. Now the next step would be to just increase my visibility even further, although it's already almost 100%. And I would look into the sources to see, hey, if the social sources are prevailing, I want to direct my social team to go and work on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on TikTok and others. Or if I see that the top sources here are the tech crunches of this world, well, I need to do good old traditional PR for this. So these are the kind of decisions. Or if you're seeing the negative sentiment for a particular topic, you want to go and, well, do the damage control. Really, that's these are the kind of decisions that you're already equipped to do on a higher level.
Yeah. No further questions at this point.
All right, I guess let's stop with the first part of the workshop and move on to the second one.
Yeah, let me just do that quick recap that we wanted to do about SE Visible again. So this is a standalone tool that it comes with the AI search add-on that already gives you access to this optimization aspect of AI search within SE ranking. So like we said, it's for decision makers. So people who don't want to see all those specific tools for creating content or auditing a website, specifically for those decision makers that want to focus in on their visibility in AI search. That's the reasoning behind the creation of this specific tool. Obviously, we're going to be listening to your feedback and looking at the chat and analyzing it with the team later on, just to see if we can optimize anything or something like that. So this is what we've shown you so far, a standalone tool. Now, like we said at the very beginning of the event, we're going to show you a couple of updates within SE ranking that you can benefit. Again, if you get access to the AI search add-on, you will have the opportunity to track results in AI search, as well as conduct research with your competitors, benchmark, and stuff like that. So this is like a summary. Again, in the follow-up, in the emails that we're going to be sending you guys out, we're going to have a one-page PDF that sort of summarizes all this information. But again, if you have any feedback, we'd love to see your thoughts in the chat. All right, let's take it away and show what SE ranking specifically is now equipped with.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Let's do that. But before, there's just one question about like, hey, why are you separating the tools? It's actually a very simple question, although it might seem stupid if you're already with SE ranking, like, hey, why are you doing this? But the thing is that even on your own team, if you're with SE ranking, if you're a bigger organization, there's going to be a like your marketing leader who doesn't want to dig through all of the SE ranking to find just that dashboard that's the only thing they care about, that they would care about, the top level report. Or you might want to use the API to pull the data into your like Looker reports. That's one case. And then that's one reason. And the other reason is that there are plenty of SEO teams and marketeers who are just not ready to switch their main SEO platform, but they're still looking for AI search solutions. So these are the two reasons for why we have this separated into a standalone tool. And I hope this makes sense to you.
Yeah, and before we get to the AI capabilities within SE ranking, we have a couple of questions that we want to ask you. It's just let's launch a poll, quickly ask you a couple of questions. Just let's take a minute to help us help you later on down the line. So, yeah, so the link to the form is in the chat. We're going to be showing it on the screen right now. So there are 3 questions. Just I'm gonna be silent for like 30 seconds. Just gonna give you time to respond to these questions. That will really help us out.
Yeah, the reason we're asking is that we're trying to understand the market readiness right now. As I've been talking in the very beginning and about this, the social and AI and traditional SEO are really tightly intertwined right now, and we're just trying to understand how different teams are working with SEO, social, and AI in the current day and age to understand how should we improve our product to make it work better for you. Like if you're only focused on organic, we're like, oh wow, okay, that probably means that there needs to be some organizational change for you to also start working with social, or we need to introduce tools for you that just do this for you in a completely automated way, right? Or if you already have like a social team and you're working SEO and social teams work together, that would be a different approach. So thank you guys for voting.
Yeah, great participation in the first question. Let's bring it home with the second one. All right. Yeah, this is again, we tried to set up a way for us to interact with you so that you can provide feedback. We figured out that this is the best way to interact with you guys. So just let us know what is up with you in terms of keeping track of search.
Yeah,
From
and
all
all the
angles.
numbers are changing. I'll just take another question from the latest is, hey, I just got the add-on. How can I get access to SE Visible? In fact, so if you already have AI search add-on, the only thing that you have to do is go to visibleapp.seranking.com and use the same email to sign up for SE Visible. You'll get your plan there automatically. It's going to connect to your SE ranking subscription. So that's the only thing that you need to do. Right. I guess the last question. This is actually a really important one. This is something that's going to guide the future dashboard updates and the metrics that we focus on in research solutions. So you telling us what kind of metrics you are interested in, like how you're tracking performance there, is also going to guide the changes in the tool. So here, your feedback is especially important.
All right, let's take a couple more seconds. Yeah, given that a lot of people answered that they only track organic in the first question, I'm guessing a lot of people are still exploring at this point with regard to what they need to look out for when tracking AI results.
Yeah, we probably should have phrased the question like, "Hey, do you know if you even have any metrics that you track at all?" Yeah,
All
but
right.
not sure is there at the very top.
So let's end the poll here. Thank you a lot. We appreciate this. You don't even believe how much this helps us understand the market better and the needs of users. All right, so time to look at SE ranking a bit more.
Yeah, let me just kick in my screen here. All right. Oops. There we go. Okay, so this is your good old SE ranking competitive research overview. We have recently updated it. We've simplified the navigation here, so now it's just Google and AI search. And the new overview is focusing on both organic performance, paid, and AI search. you've probably already seen this, right? Right now, our research database is quite big. We parse both AI overviews, AI mode, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. The database is especially big in the US and UK, but we've recently added some of the biggest countries in the EU too, like Germany, specifically for ChatGPT and Gemini, and with Perplexity and AI mode for these European countries coming soon, but later, probably over the next month. You can see that ChatGPT is also not as big as same as Gemini. We're ramping up these databases, but you can already see that they're there. And so with these solutions in place, what we expect you're able to do now is you can go and look at the number of mentions that you're getting in all these systems and what kind of prompts and what kind of long tail keywords you're getting mentions for, so that you get equipped with these prompts, and you can decide which ones would be interesting to you for you to track. The next iteration here is something that's already cooking, is having essentially a knowledge base, a tree of different topics, where when you open research, you can already tell which kind of topics you're present in first and foremost, as opposed to just looking at the list of prompts. Here for AI mode, we're showing just quite a shallow look right now, but where soon we'll add more information here, similar to AI overviews, where you'll get like your total mentions, total link presence, as well as your visibility by topic. What we hope you'd be able to do with this is you'd be able to pick the prompts that you're interested in and go into our either AIO tracker or the AI results tracker, which are actually already unified for a lot of our customers. My account is one of the latest to get them together. So here, more recently, we've added a few more systems for you to track results with. It's not just Google and ChatGPT. We've obviously added AI mode. We've added Gemini, and with these 4 systems in place, you can also pick any country already. Although for some, like with AI mode, the European countries are still not available because you can only get results if you're logged in. So once you've set this up, we've also introduced a new solution for you to help you improve your brand visibility. And what we do for you is we analyze the sources that are most frequently appearing in AI responses. You can do this across all of the AI search systems to see what are the sources that are coming up more frequently, and see like which systems and in which countries are using this source. You'll see what would be the number of times the source was used, what was the number of prompts that referred to this source, and also we've recently added a column that tells you if your brand is being mentioned by the source here. So if you see another link at the very top that is being used frequently with high domain trust, with potentially lots of traffic, but not mentioning you, that is the company, the website that you want to get in touch with and see if you can either collaborate and get them to mention you, or if it's a social link, you may find similar topics. Like if it's Reddit, you can find similar subreddits to get to mention you. Obviously, Reddit's topics are typically not coming out on top because they would be the AI systems would use different links all the time, similar with YouTube. So at the very top, you'll find like listicles, you'd find more reputable brands. But here, hey, we already got our first YouTube video, and we can see if we can talk with the owner of the channel to maybe to update this video or update the description of this video. So this is the kind of things that you can already do. There's obviously more improvements coming to this section. You can also export this data and enrich it with more information if you do need this. We're checking all the source pages every day for each system for which sources are mentioning you or mentioning your competitors. And we're also going to be showing here soon if if a page is mentioning maybe not you, but your competitors, and if it also includes a backlink. So these are some of the latest updates here in AI Results Tracker. We're also working to add tagging and grouping here. So once you have more prompts, it's easier for you to understand how you're doing in a particular topic. And we're working on something that's probably a lot of you are going to be excited about, is understanding the number of impressions that you're getting for a particular prompt and overall. I guess that was a high-level overview of where we stand with the latest and greatest AI search at SE Ranking.
Yeah, all right. So let's quickly do the one of the slides and address the questions, because there's just loads coming in, and I think this is what the people are here for. So again, just to summarize what Mike just shared about SE Ranking's addition of new AI tools. So specifically, the AI Search Toolkit offers an opportunity to find what your competitors are doing, what is happening to them, what is happening to a specific prompt, who is getting ranked for it, who is getting mentioned in it, what are the sources mentioned in a specific AI answer, and you can also keep track of everything that you do. So just to go back to the to SE Visible, that's a top level overview for your boss who just sits in an office who is very busy, and this is where all the work actually happens, where you roll up your sleeves and start addressing the content, the technical issues, the on-page, off-page elements. Everything happens within its ranking, and our new AI tools help you keep track of not only just what is happening in typical organic SERPs, but what is happening and where the action is right now, right? Everybody, like the data at the top of the event that I shared with you just lets you know that it's only growing. Like only a month ago, people were not using AI mode. Now it's like 15%, and people are already expecting to interact with Google if they're looking for that AI summary, one way or another. So it's a matter of just getting that habit. All right, so that is what I wanted to share with regard to the AI search toolkit. And yeah, you can actually right now scan this QR code and start trying out SE Visible for free for 10 days, and just see if it's for perfect for you, if it's good for you. Maybe it's good for your boss. So yeah, just depends on where you are at the company, what kind of data you want to see. Is it top level data or specifically drill into something? So be sure to scan that QR code, and yeah, SE Visible will help you understand what is happening with your brand in AI, how visible you are, how the competitors are impacting you, what the overall sentiment is. Like Mike said, are you seeing a good light or a bad light? Because yeah, you can be mentioned, but it can be all bad. So you want to definitely stay on top of that, as well as sources, which is we're also going to be expanding just to show you sources that persist over time and specific answers. So not just like have a trend in there somewhere, because yeah, a lot of these things are being developed as we speak. And obviously the prompt insights, which is just shows you what exactly happens to your what's prompts surface your brand, including other brands. Because like Mike said, we provide information not for just single response, single articles where there's one one brand mentioned, because that's just probably paid for. We want to have some real data for you to analyze when analyzing AI results. All right. Yeah, it seems like a lot of information. That's why we have the one-pager PDF. We're gonna send it to you guys via email, as well as you can just rewatch this event, and as well as reach out to us. All right, that's enough, I hope, and let's do the Q&A and address any questions that you guys may still be having.
Yeah, let's just go from the latest and see what we haven't covered so far.
Sure. So let's just start from the bottom. So I can answer this question. It's a 10-day free trial, but yeah, the credit card is required. So you'll have to sort of make up your mind after 10 days, if you want to. But again, to get SE Visible, you have to get the AI Search add-on, which opens up a lot of doors. So just make sure that you understand what this offer is about before just jumping in.
Yeah, but the link is good for, I guess, for pretty much forever, for as long as the product is out there. So yeah, you can sign up next week if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for correcting me, Mike, on that one. Let's take a question from Mateo. Some of these questions could be related to SC Visible. So I think this one is related to SC Visible. Can we create prompt sets that cover specific themes or personas, tag them for experiments, and maybe do a split test to compare visibility before and after the content changes?
Yeah, so in SC Visible, you can create your own. Let's just a second. Let me just share my screen. I'll cover both SC Visible and SC Ranking here. So with SC Visible, you can go ahead and create your own custom topic. Essentially, we don't have tags yet, but essentially you can create your own custom topic. You can call it like whatever the A/B test is, A/B test that I run next week, right? And once I have this topic, I can add prompts to this topic too, whichever ones I want, and then look at the results for this topic on the dashboard, or for individual prompts. Obviously, this topic right now is empty. There are no prompts here. And for okay, yeah, no results because we keep the filters. So in prompts, you can also look at the individual prompts, how the results are different from date to date. So that's the way to do it in SC Visible. And when it comes to SC Ranking, right now we have not yet added the tagging capabilities. I was just talking about how we are planning to add them over the course of this quarter, so that you can tag them and look at the performance of a group of prompts. Right now, it's not yet possible, but it's coming hopefully in November. That's something that, at least that's the internal target dates. As you know, with software development, things can change, and they probably will. But right now, we're hoping that we'll be able to deliver that in late November.
Great. Thank you, Mike, for taking that one. We have a question from William. When you add a brand, it presents competitors, but I find them mostly unrelated. Can we manually add competitors? This is with regard to SC Visible, looking at the time when this was asked.
For SC Visible, I think that for SC Visible, that would be like the competitors that you're seeing are actually the competitors that are coming up. But let me see. There's actually something that the team has added as far as the filtering there recently. Meaning there's this competitor filter. I can pick just the ones that I care about. Let's say I don't consider everything else, like the Proposify and whoever. I'm like, I don't think they're the ones that I want to compare to. I'm like, I want to compare it to Microsoft Word and Google Docs. And so I'm only going to look at the prompts where these Microsoft Word or Google Docs come up. So that's a way to do this in SC Visible. And for SC Ranking, we actually have my added competitors section where you can add your own custom competitors that you want to track.
Yeah, thank you for taking that one, Mike. Okay, so we have a couple of more questions.
Let's take the okay.
About Spain. So when is the rollout expected in Spain?
So for SC Ranking, AI search add-on is already available in Spain. You can track all the major systems in AI Result Tracker. And when it comes to research database, AI overviews, ChatGPT and Gemini are already available in Spain, with AI mode hopefully coming very soon, since they've rolled it out a few weeks ago. And when it comes to SC Visible, we're right now targeting November for adding Spanish, German, French, and Dutch languages and regions.
Thank you for that one.
Let me actually go ahead and address that price difference question. But why is it more expensive to buy AI add-on through SC Visible than through SC Ranking? I know, yeah, this is not obviously not a very comfortable question, right? But still, I guess it's very reasonable to ask. So the reason is very simple, is although it's not very pleasant, right? If you go and buy SC Visible standalone, you're going to be paying about $189. If you go for SC Ranking plus AI search add-on, you're also going to be paying roughly the same money or more. And the goal here for us is to make sure that we work with customers who are serious about what they're doing. And actually, price is one of the factors that helps us identify the customers that we want to work with. That's why combined SE ranking plus AI search is still roughly the same value, although AI search add-on seems like a lower price compared to SE visible.
Yeah,
So
thank
yeah,
you.
that's just our way to make sure that you guys are serious about staying with us for longer.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better. Said it better myself. So the couple of questions are coming in. They're repeating basically about the availability of the tool in the German region, for example. So yeah, I would wait until there's an official announcement, until we roll out more tools, right? Because it just doesn't make sense to have free trial unless you have UK, US, and the specific ChatGPT and AI mode.
Right now, with SE visible, the expectation right now is roughly late November. So stay tuned. We'll be we'll be using all kinds of channels to tell you when we add more regions to SE visible.
Yeah. So this looks like a good place to draw the line and do a couple of outro slides. And again, I want to invite you to reach out to us if you have any suggestions. You can just keep writing them here under this video, and we'll just definitely send this to our development team and talk about what the future of these tools will look like. All right, so we want to invite you to check out our podcast where we talk with SEO and digital marketing experts, search experts on current hot topics. So be sure to, yeah, it's great for your listening on your commute. Like, you don't need to tell me, I don't need to tell you how to listen to podcasts, but this one is great just for keeping tabs on everything happening in search. And we also are everywhere on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Meta, on YouTube and X. So be sure to keep tabs on us there. That is where we are most active and provide information about the updates that we have. So specifically, you'll be able to find something if you sign up to us and follow us on these social media platforms. You'll be able to stay up to date on all the developments and probably see when we roll out SE Visible to the DACH region. So definitely keep tabs on us there, and yeah, reach out to us if you have any questions. I want to thank Mike for telling us about SE Visible, about SE rankings updates, trying to wrangle this whole situation with people and trying to understand what this situation is. This is the first time we're presenting these tools, so we'll definitely take all the things that you've mentioned and share with us into consideration to optimize the tool and provide you with everything that you need for the current market needs. All right, so without further ado, let me draw the line here and say thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Mike, for being here. We hope you'll try our tools and let us know what you think about them. And again, we'll be happy to grow these tools, expand them, make them better for you. And yeah, wishing everybody great optimization and search, because there's a lot of happening right now. And it's not only just wishing you top positions in search, but just top positions everywhere, mentions, links. Yeah, that visibility is what it's all about right now.
Yeah,
right?
Actually, there are a few more questions that we might want to take before we sign off. I don't know if we want to.
No, yeah, we have time. We have time. I just didn't see anything coming in.
Got a few more. One is about instruction videos, but asking if we have good old school like PDFs or text content for how to use SE ranking, and I'm pretty sure we do. And maybe we just send one of them in the follow-up email. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah. This is because we mostly do videos, and we have articles. We have our help center where we break down our tools, but specifically, we've been recently creating like one-page of PDFs just to help you at a glance understand what a tool is about. So that is going to be shared in the follow-up email, and you can just look through, watch the replay. And again, if you have any questions after that, we'll be happy to, it would be great if you let us know. That way we'll address situations so that it doesn't happen in the future, so that it's very clear how these tools can help you.
Yeah, and there's one more. That's a bit sarcastic, but I think still worth taking.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's about if we consider the product as still under development and you're just the trial customer but paying. Well, first of all, I'd say that there's no such thing as a product that's not under development. Like, if the product is not under development, it's probably dead, and I'm not sure if you want to continue using that. So we're continuing to invest into SE Visible, into SE Ranking, AI Search, and we're not dropping that, which is actually a good thing. But from what's already there, it's actually very robust, and you can rely on it. And it's not like beta. It's using the infrastructure that's really proven, that's been with us for years already. It's just packaged in a different way.
Yeah, I would say that that's not very different from what SE Ranking is, because like 5 years ago, we had half of the tools that we have now, and we've been just adding them in there gradually. Obviously, the pricing plans have changed over time, but this is just the nature of the business, basically. So yeah, let me see if there are any other questions in the chat before. So yeah, so you'll have the PDF to check this tool out. We also have our academy, SE Ranking Academy, where you can just watch and learn all about our tools. It's again, it's a growing library while constantly updating it. So there's loads of resources available on SE Ranking's website. So be sure to check that out.
Yeah, I guess we've covered everything. I hope we didn't miss any questions. So thank you, everybody. You're a great audience. Was happy to talk with you directly. Thank you for the questions, and hopefully this was at least somewhat insightful for you. Let us know what you think later.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mike, for doing this. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we're going to end it here. So happy optimizing.
Happy optimizing.